But he said he bent down and kissed him. And he said he cried when he saw him and covered him, put the sleeping bag on him and left him. Left him on the snow.
Bhí Crean tar éis níos mó ná 10 mbliana a chathamh le Scott. Bhí sé páirteach san dá achtra, agus theastail na mílte míle thar fargaí an domhan in éineacht leis. Chlúdaigh siad an pobal leis neachta, agus dág siad é ina charran cuoinecháin. Duineadh scéal mór de bhás Scott, agus cé gur molach é féin agus a chud champánach as a leachras, bhí go leor ceistena an nach raibh freagara le fáileartha.
I think that if Crean had gone, they might have gone quite a bit faster. And if they had gone a little bit faster, just 14 miles faster over a month, they would have reached the next depot, which they didn't quite make by about 13 miles. And if they made that next depot, they would almost certainly have succeeded. They wouldn't have died.
And having Tom Crean with him, this very naive, but I would say animal-like figure, they could have had a chance to do the journey back, or maybe Crean was intelligent enough to say, we are going too far, let's stop a little bit before the Poland go back in time.
If he had taken my dad could have been dead with the rest of them. He possibly would have never come back. A lot of people said that he might have saved them. He was very strong. On the other hand, he could have gone with them in the tent, couldn't he? So he was lucky maybe in one way that he didn't take him.
Bhí sasan a fós bhí smúd an bhróin de bhar bhás Scott nuair a díl an Creanach. Brannach bán Albert as an eistir éachtach a rinne sé an Teddy Evans a thar háil. Ach anis agus Scott básathe in Antarctica, ba chasúil go raibh deire le heach trí Tom Crean.
No, the bhí pátrún ionta caiilte ag Crean. Agus ceapá go gailfí é ráisisteach sa chabhlach riaga agus díthach sé bheith ina bharnéalach agus go mbeadh deireadh lena scéal. Ach níor tharla mar de bhí pátrún eile.
Hín Ernest Shackleton iirecht a bhain eile dhéanamh, chun clú agus cáil le hiile do héin. Antarctica ras náil le hiúil na gus. Dír sé ar Tom Crean, an raach sé na haunta.
Shackleton knew him. He knew that if he applied, he would be taken. He knew that he had the confidence to know that his record would stand for itself and that Shackleton would be only too pleased to get him, be lucky to get him. So the two met and they were built for each other.
I mí ar a fóir 1940, cheoil an Endurance amachas Buenos Aires agus iad a bailach go Antarctica. Bhí plán nua ar fad ag Shackleton. Tréis cósta na Antarctica risint ar Heaven Atlantic. Thóchach sé meitheal bheag fearr leis, an Corinach ina measc, agus hiúda dís trasna Antarctica thar an moll go dtí an taobh eile. Dúirt go leor gur a chur lámhan a más héin a bhí siad.
I am no doubting that the biggest expedition in the last century was the Endurance expedition. It's not comparable with Everest or with the North Pole. The Shackleton expedition was something quite incredible.
Ach heb an tá ar Shackleton, sal thosnig an achtra chur ar bith. Bhí an saora an uair, agus bhí na farigí calca le hair, agus heb ar an Endurance a bailach a dhéanamh tríoch. Agus de réir mar bhí na míoná gahabh agus an gíar a teacht, ghanginnig an pacair a gráim ar an lung. Chun an bóidir bhí céir de íotach a hárlú dóibh a chorás a gceann, tugad tascní agsúla dus na fir. Ó na litrecha a scríomh Tom Crean a bhaile, is cosúil nar chud rudaí beag an mar sin isteach ná amachir. bhí an tomláán feice hamige.
Bhí sé anna háchtach go méach daoine dá lehéid an ardú menan I measc an crú a bhí Crean an a choirí bhaim lena chuid áráníochta agus ní mé rágra sé go maithe ag an áráníocht ach méoh sé gánaí ag spríochs mar sin de. Agus bhí sé an daoine eile ardú agus a chóirt leis.
Keeping people busy, I think, was very important. And entertainment was very important as well. And football matches and things, which Tom Crean was great at, I gather, and used to tackle people by just lying on top of them. He might have been a useful man playing for Kerry these days.
Be an cuara me tugacht an chorinach, ara huirt an amadorí a haring óchiad trasna Antarctica, chólua agus a bheoch an tair lá, agus an endurance scuilte da graim. Bhí sé chamásin chun an chóram seo dhéanamh, gur thug na fir máthir mar les anam.
There was a new lot of puppies came, and he had them. He had them up in his arms. He was mad about dogs, he was mad about animals.
Chuinnig Shackleton menaman na bhar in áide ag a hafan hírig. Is cinnte go méid é sé bog a raige rís san a rach. Ach bhí graim fós ag an air. Dréis bheith exama hawn de 8,000, bhí graim dangan ag an bach air chawl an endurance, agus hosting sé á fáisci. Rinne an fear cameras ganán den chrú ag tégan na linge. Bhí deire leis na brunglóidí faoin máirseáil trasna Antarctica, agus bhí ile bhaile sláán sa bháilte. Thas an endurance a gcuine na bhórsaí míltecha feadh caiid cíise, go dtí gur hep an gabhail agus scrisaí. Tréis ceir bhí de cheola núnas an áil airige roite, hosnig an taire brise suas, agus bhíos ag Shackleton go raibh sé an am boga. Ní had dís na madarí a thuirt leo an báutasa.
Tom Crean was the person who actually had to shoot the puppies, which must have been a very difficult job, very difficult. So there was, he was asked to do things which were maybe, probably Shackleton realised he'd be one of the few people who could face up to doing a job like that, which had to be done.
Bhí siad ag seola sé lá sol a bhuair siad de géad áhar gur habh. Meall scéir dúil carige gan loníocht Behan, Dr. Ilan Elephanter. Bhí sé bhí díag ó leagé an duine cos halibh trim, ach begear a bhair an fíisih. Bhí Ilan Elephanter cheann na háid na bheith scéir dúla iad dí sé ránú a teachta díra. Bhí siad locha idir agéan agus ailsacha do grappa. Ní raibh seans dá liad go dárál fiú an soniad. Bhí chortha iad héin a thártháil. Chin Shackleton chuigar fear a thógant leis sa bhád thárthála ba bhód á raibh gé, agus fiachant le heláán a raibh loníochtaid a frisint. Be Georgia Hess, a bhí níos móna 8 míle bhuatha ar an bhairige ba ghairmhar dain an talán ba chón go rídóibh. Dímpig Tom Crean Shackleton thuirt leis.
Dírt ná chuil éí comórir agus a chuil seaamh timppla i déanamh gan éí bheith le déanamh aige. Snéos móghuiir. Có fad a scríbh rodéigin le déanamh aige Crean bhí sé sástaach agus ní chiimeach madaríon bhailige baile.
The boat that travelled in Mr. James Caird is about 22 feet long. It was about 6 foot wide. The decking in the boat was made up of sealskin. They had about a ton of ballast, stones and gravel just to weigh down the boat to keep it stable during the dreadful winds that were there. One bad hit and one capsized, they were out of it, they were gone.
Lochtig siad an James Caird le sa láthir híd an eistir. Trónóna luan cásca, cleannig an bádbeag tarhála machas an gúan, agus thug aig an agéan has. Dag siad bert aras fihin in níag Ileán Elephant, agus ber an mádbeag tarhála sin a bhí behan a bhesin ag bra. Bhí is de coile, gur ag chur a láb in a más hain a bhí locht an bháid.
Tictar do múnta go bhfuil Crean anna láidir ach go méidir nachhfuil sé íontach mai ar a chosa. Tá sé began in spágach nó rudige mar sin, titin sé má tá Paula beán titin Crean isteachán. Ach láithach nó bhuiinn sé má báin, nó bhíonn sé ar bhór lingin nó ar an bharige. Tigann tú láithach bhfuil seo an áitin bhfuil cleachta gé.
An sé ó lá tar éis dóibh Ileán Elephant á gáil, bhfuil gáil amúr Shackleton agus a chrú.
One of the first things that happens in a storm at sea is you lose all visibility. You can't see because your face is full of white spray. You can't look because if you get some of that spray in your eye, you can lose an eye. And certainly if some of the white spume, the icy spume that is whipped off the top of the waves by those winds, hits you on the face, sailors have told me it'll open your cheekbone. Multiply that in the South Atlantic by a factor of about 4. That will give you some idea of what Crean went through. Quite beyond our natural comprehension and in your face all the time.
Tá Crean isté in sin I gcónaí, I grín is tíirme. Agus é gáirí agus I mun a chuid ébre agus ní hippen ar a bheanimas ar a chrógulta, ní hippen ar a riamh.
And he started singing, but nobody ever knew what he was singing. But he had the words, and there was one song he used to sing, I always think of it myself, straight here, The Mountains of Mourne. Loved the mountains of Mourne, but God alone, you'd only know the words, but no voice.
Cha Shackleton, Tom Crean agus an chudeile den chrú ceir bhá díag a choíocht leis na Géan Antarctic, agus iad a súil go raibh siad ar an gúr sa ceart. Agus an sin ar an gúig go lá díag, bhí é, Costa Georgia Haas. Réis teach sláán as tímpist ar a gladach, haring na fir an James Caird suas cuas cúng, agus lig siad a scí tamil. Go bhí riúilte gur bhain siad an méid sin amach, ach ní raibh dros hart go fóil.